Welcome to Transit.
Welcome.
Woo! Good morning. I'm so glad that you guys are here. My name's Marissa.
And I'm Josh.
Welcome, Josh. This is your first time joining us for Transit.
It is. I'm quite enjoying it, I must say.
Good. I'm glad you're having fun.
It's a very fun experience.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. I'm sure you guys are too, watching from wherever. The living room, the canoe, something like that.
Could be a yacht in the Caribbean.
Oh, wow.
Probably not, because traveling isn't a very good idea right now.
That.
But it could be.
Maybe. You never know.
It's possible.
You never know. If this is your first time to Transit, I want to let you know that Transit exists to discover and pursue a faith of your own, invite all your friends, and have a ton of fun.
Yeah. If you're new here, there's a link in the description. The word on the street. This is the word on the street. If you fill it out, you get some Transit swag.
Oh, sweet. Yes. So go fill that out.
Exciting.
Yeah, we want to say hi. Welcome you to our Transit family. Yeah.
We love it when people say hi.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Love it. We love it. And also, if you're not new here, you know that we meet on Zoom right after this. And it's honestly my favorite part of a Sunday morning.
It sounds very fun.
Yeah,
I
it
must
is
say.
sweet. Now, we are on a series called This or That. So, I got to ask you, hamburger or hot dog?
I gotta go hot dog.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you guys say in the chat? I don't know. Hot dog? Why? I need some
easier
reasoning
to
here.
bite. It's more elongated, so you can like take one bite off at a time, whereas a hamburger, just shove it in your face. It doesn't really work.
But that's kind of half the fun.
Well, yeah, but see, I don't like getting messy when I eat, so I find it easier to eat a hot dog without,
Right.
getting messy.
Right. I'm a hamburger person. You can put more things on it. You can put the lettuce.
See,
the
I don't
tomato,
put a lot
the
of things
pickles.
on my hot dog anyways.
No?
So.
Just ketchup?
No, actually just mustard.
Just mustard.
Yeah.
This is weird.
That's
I don't know
it.
if we're inviting you back.
Okay. All right.
Well, let's see what you guys say in the chat. I'm a hamburger person.
I think hot dog. I feel like there's emojis. You got to put them in.
Yes.
Best
I'm
way.
sure there is. Yeah. Flood the chat with hamburger or hot dog emojis. Whose side
Amen.
are you on? I'm excited to see. Or a fire emoji. Shout out to Janelle
And
for that
also,
one.
I also forgot to mention this earlier, but like and subscribe.
Yes, like
You
and
gotta do it.
subscribe this video. Share this with your friends. We'll give you a few seconds to go subscribe. Go ahead.
So, parents, they can also get them to subscribe.
Yes.
Grandparents,
Yep.
pets. I'm sure they have that. There's
Sure.
a lot of dogs.
Your pet has a YouTube account too. We'll give you a few seconds. Go ahead.
All right.
Go on, like this video, subscribe.
They've got to done it by now.
Yeah.
We're setting aside time for them to do it. They've
Right.
got it done.
Okay.
All
All right.
That's good.
That was enough
If you
time.
didn't do it, I mean, come on.
That's sad. I think we're at like 145 subscribers right now.
Something on there.
That's sweet.
I think a little challenge here. I think by the end of the day, end of this Sunday,
Yeah.
end of the day, 160 followers.
Woo!
I think we can do it. I think we can do it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh, I hope so. That is a challenge.
It is a challenge.
Yep. Go get it. We're at 145. We can get to 160. I
Not that
believe in you. All right. We are going to move on to our game for today. It's called This or That. 2 clues will come up on the screen, one on each side, and we have to try and guess what the clues are asking us,
Oh.
and then put them together to form a thing.
Sounds difficult. We might need your help.
Yes. We're going to need your help in the chat because this is actually
Flood the
really
chat with the
hard.
answers.
This is actually really hard.
All right.
All right. Our first one is Australian country singer
And hipster clothing store.
Yeah.
All right.
Anybody country music fan? Are you a country
I
music
am
fan?
not a country music, so I don't think I'm gonna know let alone the Australian country market. Not gonna be my specialty.
No. I'm surprised you don't like country music.
No, I'm not. No.
Interesting. I do. All right. Australian country singer is
Do you have anything? I don't know. Do you guys
Keith?
know?
Keith something.
Well,
That's
Keith,
all I got for you.
what's an Australian sounding? Keith Hemsworth.
No.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, that
I
could-
know they're Australian.
Yeah, good job. Good job. All right, what's a hipster clothing store?
I don't know. There's like, I say, American Eagle could be.
Okay.
That
okay.
could be hipster.
Yep. yep.
I don't know. Urban Outfitters maybe.
That's his
could be
last
it.
name, Keith Urban.
I like
Urban
Hemsworth
Outfitters.
better.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check the answer.
All
I
right.
think we got it.
Actually, no, we don't.
Yes. Good job.
All right.
Good job. That was
I
a
think we
tough
got it.
one.
I bet you a lot of them got it too. They probably got it much faster than we did.
Yes, because you're smarter.
All right.
Aerosol cosmetic product.
And graffiti medium.
All right.
All right.
Spray on deodorant.
That's true. See, I don't use spray on deodorant, but that is
Okay.
definitely a possibility.
Yeah. Or dry shampoo.
I don't use dry shampoo. Maybe.
What's a graffiti medium? What is that?
I don't know.
Even asking us.
The only graffiti thing that I would think of is spray paint.
Yes.
I mean, that's gotta be it.
Yes.
Maybe spray paint and spray out deodorant. They're kind of similar.
Okay.
They both have the spray.
All right. Let's see. I don't know. Hairspray, spray paint.
We got spray paint.
Yeah. I got the spray word correctly.
They probably got them.
Yeah, I'm
They
sure you
they
got
definitely
it.
got the hairspray.
Yeah.
And childhood savings account. I never had a savings account in my childhood, so I don't know.
Not even like, did you get any money for chores or did you have an allowance?
No, I didn't have any of that.
No.
No, I just did it all for free.
Yeah.
Clearly wasn't a businessman at a young age.
No, not an entrepreneur.
No, definitely not.
I had a piggy bank.
You got to. That's definitely a piggy bank.
Maybe that's a clue.
That I feel it must be. There's not that many options.
Yeah. What else is there? All right. And who's Kermit?
Muppet girlfriend.
Who's his girlfriend?
I don't know. I wasn't aware that Kermit was in relationships. I didn't know that.
She's pink.
Yeah, pig. Is she a pig?
Yes.
But what was her name? I don't know. There was a Muppet. I don't know her name though.
Isn't it like Miss Piggy?
Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
It's definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
I must
All
say.
right, we're going to say Miss Piggy and Piggy Bank.
All right.
That works.
I think we got it right.
Yeah.
I don't know. And we did.
Yeah.
Miss Piggy
Sweet.
and Piggy
Yes,
Bank.
Big brain energy over here.
We are doing quite well. I must say.
Let's go to the next one. We're on a roll.
All
Let's
right.
keep her going.
Big game in the NFL.
Okay. And morning meal with milk.
Morning.
Coffee?
I have milk with a lot of my morning meals.
Yeah. Do you put
But
milk
that's
on
just-
your pancakes?
Well, no, I just have a glass of milk on the side. I don't know if that counts.
I don't know. What's a big game in the NFL? Super
I
Bowl?
think it's got to be the Super Bowl.
Yeah. What else is there? The halftime show? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that could be.
As important. Yeah. Morning
Alright.
meal with milk? Cereal?
Cereal. A bowl of cereal. Super Bowl.
Bowl of cereal.
We got
Yo,
it.
guys. On
We
stage.
might have beat them on that one. We got that
Yeah.
pretty fast.
That was
I don't
speedy.
know.
Did anyone time us on that one?
I wasn't timing. We should have
Record-setting
timed
time. Yeah.
It was world record. We have
All
it.
right, let's see what the answer is.
And we got it
Ooh,
right.
yeah, Super Bowl of cereal.
Definitely. A Super Bowl. That sounds good.
A
Super Bowl of
massive
cereal.
bowl of
Now, what
cereal.
cereal would you have in a Super Bowl of cereal?
Oh my, that's a hard question. Chocolate Cheerios.
Chocolate cheer. That's a
They're
thing?
That's a thing. I don't know.
Oh.
It might have been like limited time edition.
I don't know.
But it's delicious because the milk then becomes chocolate milk afterwards.
See, no, I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch for that
Yes,
same reason.
Classic.
It's like a cinnamon
Ooh, yeah.
sugar milk.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's a classic.
It is.
All right, let's go with another one.
All right.
Hip purse.
And hoarder.
Hip purse.
I don't
Like
know,
a
hoarder.
satchel.
A satchel.
A merce. A man purse. I don't know.
I could rock a merce.
Do you?
I think so. What do you guys think? Do you think I could rock a man purse? I
Sure.
definitely think so.
What's another word for a hoarder?
I don't know.
Collector.
Collector? Yeah, maybe.
An antique dealer.
I don't know. My uncle? Definitely
Really?
possible.
Oh gosh.
I don't know.
I don't know. This is a hard one. What's a hip purse? A fanny pack?
Fanny pack, definitely.
Fanny pack goes in your hip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are in style now.
They are.
Yep.
They are. I can rock a mean. I think you could rock a mean fanny.
Yeah, yeah. In my lifeguarding days, I had a pretty nice fanny
Oh,
pack. Yeah.
I can relate.
Yeah. All right, this is our last one. Let's just see the answer. This is
Yeah.
hard.
Fanny pack?
Pack rat. All right.
Pack rat. Never
I
heard
had
of
no idea that was.
We got the fanny pack.
Yeah.
You know, they probably got pack rat.
Yeah, honestly, you probably
Definitely.
did. Good job. Well, this is
Alright.
awesome. We're going into our 3-part series called This or That. I'm super excited. You ready to jump in?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
This is take number 677. 1,045. Now, you think that this is just a table. It's not. It is an old wooden box. And I'll give you 2 guesses to what's inside. What is it? Is it video games? Is it candy? Is it new shoes? No. It's books. See, I know you would be wondering this the whole time, so now, congrats. We did it, we've accomplished this. Now for what we're actually here to talk about. At this point in your school careers, I'm gonna make a guess. I'm going to guess you've been taught a little bit about measuring systems. Now, everybody got so excited when I said measuring systems, because who doesn't love a good measuring system? Do you know what I mean? I'll explain. In Europe, there is a different standard measuring system called the metric system. You following? You know what I mean? The metric system. So there, people use things like grams, meters, and liters to measure distance, weight, and more. In the United States, we measure distance or height with inches, feet, miles, and we have to use things like tablespoons and teaspoons and ounces or other measurements. Now, are you following me? What I'm saying is there's 2 different systems and you have to use a lot of math to convert. It's like, how many kilometers are in a mile? Well, why couldn't we all just measure in miles or kilometers? Like, why do we have both? Why can't we just have one? It makes me have to do a lot of math. Anyway, while we have different measuring systems for like how much flour we put in a cake or how far it is to somebody's house, there's one standard of measurement that all people use whether they realize it or not, and that's called comparison. You've heard that word before, right? Comparison is just when we measure something about ourselves against something about someone else. We take this about ourselves and we measure it against that about someone else. You think that this pair of sneakers is awesome until you see that pair the kid in your group has. You think that this grade on your paper is pretty good until you hear about that grade that your best friend got. You think that this guy you're dating is pretty cute until you see that guy your teammate is dating. Do you see what I mean? Comparison is the way we measure this in our lives against that in someone else's life. And it affects more of our lives than I even realize, or you probably even realize. Now, here's the thing about comparison. It can lead us to believe things that just aren't true. Things about ourselves and about others. When we compare ourselves to others, we can start to believe their lives are better than ours in some way because they have so many followers on Instagram or made the game-winning shot or got to take that girl to the school dance, or they have more friends than we could ever even dream of having. Their lives are perfect. They have everything they could ever want, everything that we want. And because of that, we just assume that their lives are amazing, even though we may know that's not true because nobody's life is actually perfect. The comparison leaves us feeling like our this will never ever measure up to their that. And when this happens, for some of us, the comparison leads us to so much disappointment. We're disappointed that we don't have what they have. We wonder why they got to have the cool new house or the starting spot on the team or the happy family, and we think, why not me? And you'll see, like, the more we compare, the more disappointed we are with what's like right in front of us. For others of us, this might be you might just get frustrated. Really, you just don't think it's fair. Don't we deserve to have all the cool stuff? Or the big friend group? Or that part in the school play? The fact that somebody else has what we want, what we think we deserve, well, that just doesn't feel fair. And that makes us mad. Or maybe it's different for you. And that feeling comparison brings into your life is hopelessness. Not only do you see something in someone else's life that you want, but you feel like you'll never have it. No matter what you do or how hard you try, you'll never be able to get where they are or have what they have. And that makes you feel hopeless. Or maybe comparison motivates you. Instead of giving up, you decide to try harder, to push faster, to do whatever you have to do to get to where they are. And while motivation and hard work aren't bad things, they can be unhealthy when comparison is the reason behind them. Maybe just maybe, when you compare yourself to others, you actually feel pretty good about yourself. You might even think that you're better than someone else, that you're more deserving of what you have than they are anyway. You might even look down on others because you feel like your life looks pretty good in comparison. Okay, so that was a lot of examples, and you might relate to one of those. Regardless of how comparison makes you feel or which of those examples you relate to most, here's what I think might be true. Comparison still never really takes you anywhere. Because as soon as you reach the thing you want, as soon as you go from your this to their that, you find something else to compare to. It's never enough. The cycle never ends, and you end up struggling with those same feelings of disappointment, frustration, hopelessness, and more all over again. Now, I don't know about you, but I bet there has to be a better way. And lucky for us, I think there is. A way that kind of doesn't leave us stuck in the cycle of comparison, and it can be found in the Bible. The letter we're gonna look at today was written by a guy named Paul. Paul was a leader in the spread of the Christian faith, and he often wrote letters to encourage believers in churches in different areas. In the letter that we're gonna look at today, Paul addressed issues born out of comparison to a group of church members in a city called Corinth. Here's what he said. "Oh, don't worry, we wouldn't dare say that we are as wonderful as these other men who tell you how important they are. But they are only comparing themselves with each other, using themselves as the standard of measurement. How ignorant." So even though Paul was specifically talking about some false teachers who were bragging about their spirituality, the same truth applies to me and to you today. Basically, Paul was saying, listen, comparing yourself to other people stinks. It's not smart, it's not wise, it's not helpful. So let's not do that, okay? I think probably what Paul wanted us to know was that when we compare ourselves to each other, we're using the wrong measurement. When we hold up our real life to somebody else's life on social media, when we compare the way our family looks to the way another family looks, when we look at what we have in comparison to what somebody else has, we always seem to end up on the losing end. And that's because we're looking in the wrong place. And I know this is true not only because of the way comparison makes us feel, but because of something else Paul said in this very same letter. Let me show you. When people commend or compliment and praise themselves, it doesn't count for much. The important thing is for the Lord to commend them. So it's saying that it's not about how we measure up in comparison to other people. It's not about how our this stands in comparison to their that. As Paul said, that doesn't really count for much. But what does count is this, and that's how God sees us. That's our standard. That's the place we can look to see how we measure up. And the good news is this, God doesn't compare you to others. How do I know that? Because of Jesus. We can look at the way Jesus treated people while he was here on earth as proof of how God sees me and you today. Jesus didn't rank people around him from best to worst. He didn't compare one single person to his own perfection. Instead, he turned the whole system upside down, basing the way he sees all people on one thing, only one thing, God's love. God isn't using the people around you as some sort of measuring stick to determine your worth or your value. Instead, he is simply looking at you through his eyes. He's seeing your life through his love. And that's a place you will always measure up. So since this is true, since God doesn't compare you to others, then what can we do to stop comparing ourselves? There's one more truth I want to share with you that I think could help. It's some wisdom from a book called Proverbs that will give me and you an idea of where to start. Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. Comparison starts in our hearts. It starts because something in us feels unhappy with this in our lives compared to that in somebody else's. So if we want to avoid that feeling, we have to stop it where it starts, and that's our hearts. As this proverb says, we have to guard our hearts. So here are a few ideas I have for how you can guard your heart. First, pay attention to your feelings. Notice the way your mood or your outlook changes when you start to compare yourself to somebody else. Do you feel disappointed, frustrated, angry, anxious? Those feelings might actually be clues that you're headed down a path of comparison. They're a signal that you need to guard your heart. Another thing you can do is you can find out what's fueling it. What are you looking at, thinking about, or doing when you start to feel those things? What's fueling your negative feelings of comparison? Is it a post on social media, a TV show that you're watching, a circumstance in your life that you wish was just different? If it's something in your control, take a step away from it. Close the app, turn off the TV, take a break from that friend group for a day or so. Take a step to guard your heart from the things that cause you to compare. And if it's something you can't control, talk to somebody about it. Maybe you're unhappy with something about your home life, or you have a friend you're jealous of, or you wish you had gotten the top spot on your team. Things like that can cause you to compare. Your group leader is a great person to help you identify steps you can take to change and guard your heart in those areas. And the last thing is celebrate what you do have. Instead of filling your heart with comparison, fill it with the acknowledgement of the things that you do have, the things that you're thankful for, the things that you like about yourself and your life. See, like the way God sees you is the best place to start. Make a list of the ways He sees you. Send an encouraging text to someone you appreciate, or write down all the things you're grateful for in your own life. When you're tempted to compare, fill that space in your heart with gratitude. Fill it with something that reminds you of the truth that God doesn't compare you to others. If you're still thinking you're the only one struggling with comparing yourself to others, that's not true. Every single one of us, me too, struggles with comparing ourselves in different situations and different areas of our lives. The good thing is, we don't have to struggle alone. One of the reasons we have groups is to give you a place to talk about these things and become more aware of them. So, one more question for you. As you go to your group today, I want you to think about this. How does comparing myself to others usually make me feel? That was a spider. Peace.
That was awesome.
That was a good message.
This is going to be such a great series.
It is. It's going to be wonderful.
I'm really excited. Josh, when you are feeling like you want to compare, what's something that you do?
Yeah, well, when I find myself comparing, I often just remember, I may not have the best phone, the newest phone, or the nicest clothes, but I do have a good phone, and I do have these clothes. So it's I always have to find myself reminding myself that God has given me stuff, and not focusing on what God hasn't given me, but what He has. And that's how I often stop myself from comparing.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've heard one time, I think they even said it in today's message, that if you're feeling like you want to compare, to fill that space with gratitude. So today I'm going to challenge you to write a list of things that you're grateful for, and add to that list all the time, because it's always growing, and always revisit that list to remind yourself that you are awesome and totally loved by God. Just like in Psalms 139:14, that says, "I praise you because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well." So I want you guys to take that with you this week. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. Do you want to pray for us, Josh?
Yeah, I'd love to. All right. Dear Lord, I thank you for giving each one of these students the opportunity to come to watch us online. And I ask that you just help each one of the students in the following weeks as we go through this series to focus on what they're comparing themselves to, and to remind them that, they may not have the best clothes or the best new phone, but that you have given them everything that they have. And I just ask that over the next couple of weeks, these students focus on what you have given them, not on what you haven't given them. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Ooh, that was awesome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, Josh.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe
subscribe
to this video. Share this with your friends, your grandma, aunt, uncle,
Yeah.
cousins. Follow us on Instagram. Don't forget that. And I'll see you on Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peace out.
See ya.